I know dealing with youth, especially in Fort Worth, you come across a lot of kids that you get attached to.
Yeah.
And it's like the kids we deal with, they really look up to us, they follow us, they watch everything we say. How do you separate the two? Because, you know, you hit people from different angles.
Yeah.
When they come to us, kind of like Pooh Bear was saying.
Yeah.
When they come fucking with you, you go at them.
Yeah.
The hard way.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what the kids that you work with, when they see that, how do you deal with that? Do they ever call you? Do you ever have conversations with them? Because, you know, when we step in and we get involved with the kids, and we're in the kids' house and we're taking the kids to practice and we buying the kids food and we paying this or whatever it is we're doing, they really look up to us. And when they hear certain things, even if they don't question it, they may question it because they ride with us either way.
Yeah.
But what are those conversations like with those kids?
Man, they know Mr. Charleston, right? So in person, Mr. Charleston might say nigga, fuck wrong with you two niggas? Y'all niggas acting like y'all go together or something. Nigga, goddamn, get your hands off of them, nigga.
Right.
So I had to learn how to relate to our children, right?
Right.
So and part of my character was to be able for our children to be able to relate to, right? I didn't want to distance the youth, right?
Mission.
Yeah. So when I first went to the Classy Lady, working with children, I think the first summer we had like 50 kids. And I came down there with the say, look out, brother.
Yeah.
Say, little young brother. They didn't respond to that. I talk like the rapper, right? So they love Mr. Charleston.
Right.
I talk like the grandmothers. If y'all don't sit y'all goddamn ass down somewhere, when I'm in front of children, homie, I try to get down on a level and I try to talk to a kid eye to eye, whether that's a teenager or not. Yeah.
That's a form of communication where you're grabbing someone's attention.
Yeah, so I want to make the connection.
Yeah.
So as vulgar as my words may seem and appear at times, as derogatory as cuss words are, hey, easy, why you cuss like that? I cuss like that to get my point across.
Yeah.
So I gotta compete with the rapper. I gotta compete with the nigga on the corner that can talk good and he cuss like a motherfucker and he dress fly in a motherfucker and he got all the kids listening to him because he talking like a motherfucker. So yeah, nigga, I gotta compete with that. So I'm competing for our children's attention. And,
So I'm gonna kind of shift the conversation. Well, not really. I shift it a little bit. Why is your presentation, your delivery, and your approach so aggressive?
Normally it's not aggressive, right? It's only aggressive on social media because I have to contend with somebody in the crowd saying, fuck you, bitch ass nigga, snitch ass nigga. So it's only aggressive because it's raw, for one.
Right.
It's unscripted, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. I ain't speaking about nothing I don't know, for one. I'm not speaking about nothing that I hadn't engaged myself in, right? So, nah, homie, it gotta be this aggressive. Rap is aggressive, right? Our culture is aggressive. Nigga, hooping, basketball is aggressive.
My only thing is this though, like, and me and you on the same level. I may not be as intellectual, but you see where I come from.
Yeah.
Me and you both know when you're dealing with people, the approach is everything.
Yeah.
No matter what type of people you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't like is that you actually say a lot of real shit.
Yeah.
You say a lot of real shit to where you got gangsters coming out now saying, now that nigga there saying, speaking on some real shit.
Yeah.
You got kids coming out. Shit, Pooh Bear just said it.
Yeah.
Murder Gang PB out his own
My
mouth.
nigga.
I can relate to a lot of the shit that he's saying. They don't agree with him because they don't understand him. They don't understand where he's coming from. I was one of the same ones that said, you got to be able to relate to Charleston to understand him. I feel like me and you both know that you speaking on some good shit, some good information that a lot of these motherfuckers gonna miss out on, all because your approach
Yeah.
It's gotta like. Do you feel like you can make an adjustment?
No. Well, here's the thing.
See, you had that made up for.
Yeah. I couldn't wait for you to get through to say no. My approach is what's needed, right?
Right.
My approach, I don't care who don't like the approach, homie. Because I'm speaking on behalf of children.
Right.
Most of my conversation is about a fatherless kid who had to grow up with his grandmama, and his grandmama was dragging him to church, and he had to listen to that old bitch ass pastor that was up there preaching, and nobody never connect with him. So that's what I'm talking about, right? When I wasn't talking like that, I was ignored.
Right.
When I was talking like Dr. King, I was going to Washington, D.C.
Right.
Nigga, I worked with President Obama after the Baltimore and Ferguson riots. I was on a private phone call with President Obama, a private phone call with the president, live on Facebook. Nobody knew that a kid can be sentenced to life without parole. There's a little girl, and I won't say her name, but she's from Fort Worth, Texas. She's from Stop 6. She kicked the school resource officer, which is a police officer, in the leg while she was being restrained one time.
I think I remember that.
She was put on probation. And she was 10 years old when she got put on probation, 10 or 11. She got put on probation. She violated the probation. They sent her to Brownwood, Texas, which is Ron Jackson State Juvenile Correctional Complex. It's a facility that houses 10-year-old children. And it got a 16-foot fence like a prison. And they got prison guards and this is for 10-year-old kids. And they locked in cells. And that little girl went in there at 11 or 12 because she kicked a police officer at school while she was being restrained.
Right.
She stayed there 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. She jumped on a pregnant staff member at 16. Now she's in prison. All from being a little girl who accidentally kicked a police officer.